Hey everyone, I hope you're well. The last time I was able to communicate this way to you was almost 3 months ago for my goodbye video, if you saw that. I'm making this video because there's been a lot of people who've been asking what's going on, and I thought it would be wise to kind of put in front of you just some tangible things. Before I do that, I just really quickly want to just acknowledge the moments, just a recognition from my own heart of what I have felt, probably similar to what you have felt. You not just have at a global level a pandemic going on, but then you also have a national level, everything with racial tension. And then even at our local level within our church, the language that's been used is divorce. It feels like a divorce, and I resonate with that. It sucks. What I feel about it, I'm sure what you feel about it just sucks. It's not great. And with that acknowledgement, there's a lot of you who have acknowledged the crappiness of the situation and then have kind of said, hey, listen, I'm not going to be staying at Redemption Peoria. I feel a little church homeless right now. Here's what I would want to do. I'm either going to be going to another church, or I'd love to hear about what you're doing. And so that's what this video is. So this video honestly is to let you know that we're actually going to be making 3 videos to keep you informed. In an ideal world, there'd be a recognition that we would be able to come together to share that and share vision and celebrate together. But as of right now, we're not. But I'm going to give you some details so that you can be aware of. Okay, so there's 3 videos that I want you to be aware of. The first one is this, where I'm going to give you a little bit more detail. Number 2 is in asking the question, where are we going to meet? Why are we going to meet? Who are we? What's the philosophy? We're going to make a second video to explain all of that. And that's probably going to be honestly the longest and most important video for you to watch, with how many questions a lot of you guys have. And then there's a third video that we're going to lay out, and I'll give you some more details on here in a second. So let me first catch you up as to where we are. My 40-day fasting prayer, which is kind of between 40 days and 60 days, I went to the Lord and I put 2 things before Him in this season. The first one was things that have happened as of late, all this past stuff, this hurt, this confusion, feelings of betrayal, if I'm being honest, all that stuff that's gone on. I asked God to help me, Spirit, guide me in this time. At least set me on a trajectory. I know I'm not going to be healed all at once now, but set me on a trajectory of where you want me to be to process all of that. Okay, so I was in the past. The second thing that I put before the Lord in this time of fasting and prayer is moving forward. So a desire, it's a very still real desire to still pastor and lead a church, and not being, removed for any biblical reason or anything like that, has kind of stirred up within me, God, I still desire to do this. And things He's put within me for a while, the last 2 years, desires to do that. Really asking God, what are you calling me to do? And feeling, Lord, this is what I think you want me to do. Is it what you want me to do? And so that's what I put before God in that time. And I surrounded myself with men to help me process that, because I don't want to just be off the rails, do what I want. And so in doing that, I've arrived, and we've arrived together at a decision to move forward and plant a church and start a new work. And amidst all of that, I want to just recognize that, as it's been said, leaders can be uncertain, but they can't be unclear. And so even though we're in a season right now where there's a lot of things we don't fully know, I just want to catch you up. If you're in that position of feeling maybe church homeless right now, or wanting to be part of this work, here's what you can be aware of, okay? So just a quick synopsis. Myself and this group of men that I've surrounded myself with, coming out of the fast, started to put our feet to the ground and really start to do some work and work through some things, which in the second video I will tell you all about. But one of the things we had to work through immediately was so many of you, including my own family, wanting to be with believers and gather and do church together and all of that, or even just via video. How do we do all of that? So what we've got to do, where we've got to start together, is to know who does want to be part of this, right? There's a little bit of an order that we need to get to. And so what we did is we created a splash page. It's just a simple website to do exactly that. Because the 2 things that come up in trying to provide order, the first one is, hey, I want to stay in the loop, okay? And the second one is, hey, I want to give. How do I give to that? And so if you go to PellaCommunities.com, that's PellaCommunities.com, PellaCommunities.com. It's a simple little website splash page. It doesn't have any information outside of 2 things on it. The first one is there's a registration link. Now, Maybe some of you are out there and you're going, yo, Sean, this is like our first date. I'm not ready to register, which is totally fine. That registration link does not like cement your name in stone and you're forever part of Pella Communities. But what it does do is it gives us an opportunity to maybe collect just your email and name for now. If you are all in and you're saying, hey, I've talked with some of you already about this. I want to know more. We're ready to start when you're ready to start. There's more information you can give, but whoever you are on that spectrum, that's going to be a good place to start so that you can get this second and third video. Now, if you already are receiving this video and it wasn't given to you by a friend or a family member or passed on or whatever it is, then we most likely, at least at this point, have your name and email, which is a good place to start. Now, the second part is a lot of you have asked, well, where should I give? How can I give? So amidst all the fasting and prayer, something really cool happened. It was a church and an organization came to me, and this is one of these God stories that God has done some crazy stuff, you guys. I cannot wait to tell you some of the stuff God has done. But somebody randomly just offered to pay for our 501c3, which is our nonprofit status, and take care of all of that stuff for us. We didn't have to do any of it. No effort exerted through friends that stepped in and connected and all that stuff. Just some really cool stories that I will tell you about in the future. So you can give now, and it's an opportunity for you to go on that website if you feel like, hey, this is where I'd like to start giving towards. You can give to that as well. So you, again, might not be in a place where you're ready, but you do want to hear more information. That leads to the second video. The second video, like I said, is going to be the more important video for you to watch. And in that video, I'll do my best. It's going to be the longest video for sure. And I would love to do this in person, but we can't. I'll explain why we're meeting, where we're meeting, what caused it, why we're called Pella Communities, our philosophy, all that stuff. And then the third video, so the second video will happen a week from you watching this. It will drop the next weekend. And then the third video will drop a week after that. So you will have the opportunity with this video and the next two in the span of 2 weeks to know everything that we're doing. And in that third video, we will share our first meeting place, where we're meeting, when we're meeting, all that, which is a huge question that we get a lot. Our plan right now, just so you're aware, is we want to meet sometime in September, hopefully sooner, if God's willing to do that. And honestly, the questions that we have right now are not a matter of where because we don't have a place. It's actually where because we have too many options. Again, more God stories, which I will share in the next video. So all that to be said, thing you can do right now is you can jump onto PellaCommunities.com and click on whatever link, whatever spot you feel like you're in. And then the second thing I would really encourage you to do, and probably more important than any of this, is pray. I don't feel like we've been encouraged to pray enough in this season to try to figure out what we want to do. It feels like maybe some of you have felt guilty or pressured in one way or the other. The reality is, like in this moment, I would love for your prayers to be towards Pella Communities, but it might be good right now if you're just in a season trying to still navigate it and figure out, like go to the Lord and pray and go, God, where do you want me? But what work do you want me to be a part of? All of that. And God will speak to you. He really will. So those are the two things. You can visit PellaCommunities.com and then also pray. And I look forward to sharing some more with you as time goes on. Most of you have my contact information through this email. Feel free to shoot me an email if you want to get together or have any questions. Love all of you guys.